The lions and leopards at Gir National Park in Gujarat, India, usually do not get along. This is the way of life. Some things just don't go together. And this rule also applies to animals. You don't often see rival species duo hanging out together over. Experts at the Gir National Park in India are worried when they see a lioness approach a baby leopard. They could only watch in anticipation as the mother cat made a move. They didn't understand what she was doing, but they were eager to find out. They compete with each other for space and food, said Stoddard Chakrabarty, a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Minnesota. They are at odds. But there was a young female lion in the park last year that put this disagreement aside. She adopted a baby leopard. The 2-month-old cub, all fuzzy ears and blue eyes, was adorable. And the lioness spent weeks nursing, feeding, and caring for him until he died. She treated him as if one of her own 2 sons who are about the same age. This was a rare case of cross-species adoption in the wild and the only documented example involving animals that are normally strong competitors, Chakrabarty said. He and others detailed the case last week in the ecology journal Ecosphere. The paper's authors, who also included a conservation officer and a park ranger, first spotted the motley crew in late December 2018 hanging out near a freshly killed Nogai antelope. Initially, they thought the association would be brief. A lioness and Tanzania's Ngorongoro Conservation Area had once been observed nursing a leopard cub, but only for a day before the two separated. But this went on, Chakrabarty said. For a month and a half, the team watched the mother lion, her 2 cubs, and the leopard roam Gir National Park. The lioness took care of him like one of her own, nursing him and sharing meat that she hunted, Chakrabarty said. His new siblings to were welcoming, playing with their spotty new pal, and occasionally following him up trees. In one photo, the leopard pounces on the head of one of his adoptive brothers, who was almost twice his size and clearly a good sport. It looked like 2 big cubs and one tiny run to the litter, Chakrabarty said. He has been studying the park's lions for nearly 7 years. This unlikely association was surely the most wow moment I've come across, Chakrabarty said. His fellow researchers with an Asiatic lion conservation project in India, some who have been watching the big cats for decades, had also not seen anything like this, he said.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Unlike their counterparts in Africa, Asiatic lions live in small sex-segregated groups. After they give birth, lionesses often separate from the rest of the pride for a few months to raise their offspring on their own. If the makeshift family had interacted more with other adult lions, the leopard may have been identified as an imposter, Chakrabarty said. But they were never tested in this way. After about 45 days, the research team found the leopard cub's body near a watering hole. A field necropsy revealed that he had most likely died because of a femoral hernia he had since birth. It would have been fantastic to see, when the leopard cub grew up, how things would be, Chakrabarty said, but it didn't happen. The tale of the leopard cub joined 2 other documented instances of interspecies adoption in the wild. Each one sweet enough for a children's book, yet strange enough to captivate scientists. In 2004, a group of capuchin monkeys took in an infant marmoset, and in 2014, a family of bottlenose dolphins fostered a baby melon-headed whale who learned to surf and jump just like his new peers. In all 3 cases, a lactating mother brought the new baby into the fold, said Patricia Izar, an associate professor at the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil and a member of the team that studied the capuchin marmoset adoption. It's possible that the hormonal changes associated with motherhood might facilitate bonding with an extraneous infant, said Izar, who was not involved in the new research. In some ways, this adoption is puzzling. Still, it highlights that many cat species are alike when they are young. Since lions and leopards are both in the same family and have similar behaviors. When milk is provided, these big cats will play meow or beg for milk by raising their foreheads to the person holding the cup. Once grown up, these animals sometimes have very different lifestyles and habits. Lions find their food in the wild, while leopards often steal prey from other predators. When this mother cat saw her cub for the first time, he had a lot in common with other lions: his smell and size. But one difference that she noticed was his color. It was speckled. He just blended in, Chakrabarty said.